Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the artclasses.com. Today I am going to show you how I draw the Disney Moana character. I hope you guys all seen the movie, and if you click on the top right hand side after you're done with this tutorial, of course, you see you can watch my interview with the Disney artist, a friend of mine that worked on the Moana, so you can see how he got into the industry and all that. If you are interested, just click on that, and also you can go join my Patreon. I was gonna do live today, but then I have to watch football, the Seahawks, so I just kind of record a video. And I have a little bit of time today, and I like the animation a lot, or the movie. So, all right, and this tutorial or this live stream is not live stream, but I just pretend it is powered by my Patreon at patreon.com/Xia Taptara. So in the beginning, I'm drawing the original, like the regular Moana, and then in the end, I change it to the whole scene of the Christmas. So we have, like, in the beginning, first 20 minutes is just the character, and then in the end we have this. I was gonna add the Rock, Dwayne Johnson in the back, but then I was like, that would take too long. And I will probably paint this and put it on my next package, Patreon package. So if you guys are interested, go join my Patreon. And also this month Patreon, you also get this level 2. Level 2 is like a basic beginner for digital painting. So you learn the lighting basically. Oh, not there. Lighting. Where's the lighting? There. How to use a complementary color to light, and how the light actually work in what angle. So that's come in the package before November 30th. All right, so let's just get started, I guess. Yeah. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and if you want to take my class, digital painting class, then just go click on the right hand corner, and there's also an interview class or premium video download. Just support the website so to keep this free video coming. All right, guys, thank you for subscribing and enjoy the tutorial. Alright, so let's get started. In this particular tutorial, I am going to make a 2 version of Moana. So one of them is going to be in maybe winter, summer, Christmas sort of holiday costume alternate, and the regular ones. So we're just gonna start off with the regular one. Alright, so gonna pick something dark here. Start off with the head. The Disney head is a little shorter than, or kind of cuter than usual, like a baby face basically. And then gonna draw the body. Maybe these are too big, so I'm gonna resize it a little bit. So when you draw it on paper, you're gonna have to do a rough estimate of how big your character should be. Legs, just straight line down, same as here. So one going a little bit to this 3/4, and the other one's kind of coming for shortening. And not sure if I should make the legs longer. I either have to make the canvas bigger or make this slightly smaller so you can have more area. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna make the legs a little longer. So usually cartoon, you kind of need to exaggerate a little bit. The proportional wise, like from the hips to the bottom of your heels would be about the same size as to your the whole torso to pelvis, so to the bottom of the part of your hips or something. But for the stylized purpose, you can make the legs slightly longer. Most anime do it, and a lot of character design usually do it for, especially for the female. But You don't really have to if you don't want to exaggerate the proportion. So now I draw a hand here. Oh, and when you draw, some quick tips is to think about how these are angled, right? So it's not just the two plane like X and Y, it's also the Z. So think of this as a cylinder shape, and this cylinder curve this way, so you have a contour line, so you know that that is going backward. And as you come over here, you have another cylinder or cone which coming forward, so you kind of have a little bit of idea of what direction they are going. So this is a little tips. Now I'm just going to add the arm. Maybe she's carrying like a maybe a little higher. So that one is probably going away from the body and to the back. So it's angled to the back a little. Unless if you want, you can have a wrist coming up here, and this will angle front. Right, so now I'm just gonna yeah, maybe I should have it angle up front a little bit. So this will be the fist. It need to be higher. The elbow usually have to equal to the rib cage. So where your elbow would like rib cage, elbow. I'm just gonna erase some of these. Maybe you should keep the leg kind of short, so it look a little more like a kid, not too long. Alright, and then her hair. Alright, so now I have the base, rough base. Then we are going to usually the eye. Let's zoom in a bit. You can zoom in for the drawing, like you see a bunch of detail painting tutorial on my channel, and you usually see me zoom out because I don't want, like, it's easier to tell when you zoom out if you are painting, but when you're drawing you can zoom in, it doesn't really matter. The eyes usually midway in between, so if you draw the midline, then you're gonna have direct section of the eyes like right in the middle of the head there. Then the nose, maybe a little lower. The nose will be halfway, usually, in between the chin and the eyes. And the lip will be closer to the nose. It could be halfway, but it will be closer. Right, so just kind of laying down all this construction line. Alright, gonna tone that down a bit. Maybe it's a bit too big there. Alright, so now I'm going to add the solid line. So I'm just gonna, usually I start, when I draw on the paper, I draw really light for this line, but for the demo purpose I make it slightly darker so you guys can see what I'm actually drawing. So now I am going to start to add the wheel line. So if the lips go that way, then oops, that might be a little too high. Yeah, I was going to go live, but then I decided probably better focus here. But I usually do live drawing live on YouTube, live stream, not live drawing, on Monday through Friday, and you can Pacific time zone, so you can catch me doing live stream here. Let's make her smile a little bit. When you smile, usually your cheeks will go up. And she has a pretty kind of thick, pretty eyebrows. And then we add the eyelash. And the eyelash. I'm gonna add a little bit of the lower eyelash. And then we'll start cleaning up around the nose area a little bit. So you can either, blocking in to create a shadow here, or just leave it and not putting in a shadow, or just leave it and have it a line. But I'm just gonna add a little bit of shadow. If you use pencil, you can just render them lightly. On the lips, I'm probably gonna, not sure if you should put the shadow on. It's a bit tricky when you make it smile. Like the mouth line will go a bit further than the actual lips itself because it's stretched out, right? So this will be thinner. And I'm trying to not striking my keyboard too hard so you won't hear any noise. Usually when I do live stream, I strike them pretty hard. And let's go up a bit. Maybe I should move this up a bit. Alright, and now her head, the shape of her head, it's a little rounder and taper down. If you look at all the Disney princesses, they have a lot of similarity in the shape of the head. They look like a baby head, so that it looks, they make them look cute. Because they think babies are cute. I think puppy might be cuter. No, just kidding. Totally kidding. They are all cute. Fine. Otherwise I'm gonna get a hate mail. Babies are cuter than puppies. Usually I like to strike a line like so I get a smoother line instead of make a short line. And if I make a long line it doesn't work, then I just erase it. But on the pencil and paper I usually get a better more accurate line than on a Wacom tablet because it's kind of a little bit too slick. Been using them for over 10 years. They're not quite good at drawing on them because they're really hard to draw on. I like to draw on paper better actually, but setting up camera on paper is just pain in the butt. Or I can just, this is like way easier. I can just jump on here and just start drawing. And usually I work with computer more anyways. Okay, that's not quite the shape I'm looking for. The chins are too pointy. It's gotta be a little more round. Okay, I guess that looks okay. And I use eraser a lot to get the shape that I want. I don't like this crooked part of it. Okay. There. Alright, now I'm gonna do the hairline. To get the right shape, that's probably the hardest part. I gotta leave some space in between her eyebrows and then her ear. I'm gonna flip it to see if, yep, it doesn't look quite right on some part. So usually if you draw on paper, you can just look in the pose the paper, you know, look at it in the mirror, and then you see if there's something you could fix. I'm just going really slow today because it's Sunday, not in a rush. And these lips you could move. If I was doing paper and pencil, I would, you know, erase and move them just slightly, a little bit there. And the nose. Now I'm just gonna draw the hair, squiggly. Alright, and then her shoulder would be slightly higher there. Flip it back. And clean this up a bit more. Maybe this is a bit too wide. Right, so Now I'm looking at proportions. All right, let's just draw the rest. Should be easy now. And some squiggly seashell. Some star pattern here. I'm just gonna do a circle shape and then add some squiggly star later. Not that we're going a little bit too crazy here. Let's slow down a bit. Right, now I'm just going to finish the rest of the body. Here. Fingers. I usually combine the three fingers, the last three fingers like middle, ring, and pinky together. And the index finger kind of isolate them out. Just it's easy to make an indication that way. And waistline. Then some cloth. And then her skirt. It has like a tiny little triangle inside. And then a little texture here, but you don't really need to do them because they are fine texture. It's gonna be pain to draw those. And then she has like underneath it, it's like a hay skirt or something. I'm not sure what they probably have a name for it, but I'm not sure what they're called, so apologize. Oh wait, that's way too long. Let's redo that again. This one is probably go upper also, and it's probably around her, right below her knee, I guess. So I'm just going to do a straight, line and then give it a little bit of hay texture. Or I'm not really sure what kind of plant it is, but you see like Hawaiian, I'm not sure what they're called. If you know, you can comment on below so that I know what the name of it is. A bunch of my friends are gonna be mad at me for not knowing what it calls. Alright. And now her legs. And this one is going a little, about 3/4. Then you have the toes. Maybe that's a bit too long of the toes. I'm gonna make it cuter. And then his legs. So now we basically, usually I just add a toe, same thing as I do with the fingers, right? I just isolate the index finger and then I just usually isolate the toes out, and the rest of them I just leave it as a suggestion. You don't really need to know or to draw everything. And the reason I do that is because usually I'll just I don't like to go and have a really tight drawing. I like the drawing to be kind of a little more loose. Most of the time I'll paint over or just leave it. Her arm's a little too thick there. Not sure if, okay, collarbone here. Forgot to make that shoulder on that side. Not sure if I should make the head bigger, but that's quite big. Maybe collarbone is too long, make it a little cuter and shorter. Alright, so now let's do the arm again. And just carrying something here. Again, I isolate index finger and just leave the rest. Then if you want to draw the finger, then you can just separate it out and get the fingers, the rest of the finger later. And then, oops, this will be the thumbs. All right. I gotta fix the eyebrows a bit. I accidentally erased it or something. And then you have what do you call that, an oar. And gonna have her look straight forward. Alright, I think we're pretty much done here. Alright, so this is the regular version, and now I am going to do the holiday version, make a copy of it. So, turn that off. Lower that a bit. Oh, I forgot the hair. gotta do more hair here. So holiday version, let's see. Gonna add some things. Make this a hockey stick or something. And give her some sun hat. And then I'm gonna add a couple more character. Maybe give her some scarf. I probably will paint it later. Then maybe some glove or mitten, perhaps. Boots. Yeah. There we go. So now we have a holiday season version. Now we can give her some friends. Let's do the piggy. Because he's cute. Not sure how big he is, probably that big. All right. I'm gonna have his butt over on this side. And hoof. And then I'm gonna give her a bigger smile actually. Push the cheek upward a bit. Alright, and then we're gonna have a guest star. Let's put some I'm gonna shrink all this down a bit. I put some snow on it. Some pine tree with stuff. Some box in the back. Bowl. Boxes. And lots of boxes. Alright, so now we are, and I'm going to add one more character here, or maybe two more. I kind of want to add the chicken. Can you guess what this is? Probably not. Alright, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, shrink him down a bit. It's Olaf. Hello. So now I'm adding Olaf in here. This way should be a bit higher. So I think his face like right on top of that. And some of you are probably, oh, it's really hard to see because you have the background. But sometimes you get used to it. Like the background is a little bit distracting, right? So I could just erase them. But the reason I didn't want to erase them in the beginning because I don't know if I want to resize him or not. And same thing when you draw with pencil and paper. Back in the day, they have what do you call volume, or some thin paper that you can make layers, so you can arrange, especially in graphic design, so you can arrange each element onto your illustration. You don't really need to draw everything in one paper. That's why this layer in Photoshop is coming from. So it basically has its origin in traditional medium. And pretty soon we're probably gonna call digital medium like traditional medium, because everybody has tablet now, so it's like you can do it with Procreate, Sketchbook Pro. Doesn't have to be Photoshop. I have students that come to my class and painting with just using Sketchbook Pro, and they do pretty awesome job. Or even Procreate, because it's very similar to Photoshop, so you don't really need to have Photoshop if you are just want to paint. It's the basic is the most important part, or foundation, not basic, sorry, because the principle is the same and the technicality or the function of all these programs are pretty similar anyways. So now you have Olaf there. Erase some of these carrots. Alright, I'm just gonna add one more character. I don't really know what it looks like, so I just grab the image of it. So, but let's finish Olaf. Maybe some snow on his head. And the blowing snow here. Some are big and some are small, so that you can kind of give it a more three-dimensional. Like the big one would indicate the one that are closer, right? Erase these two. Put it up higher. Then you have chicken hiding behind her over here. She got crazy looking eyes. Maybe he's standing on the box of present or something, because otherwise he look too tall. There we go. So I think we are done. I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and I will be doing live stream from Monday through Friday. I will try to make it every day at lunch, noon Pacific time. But this is during the holiday time, so I might not be able to make it every day, but I'll try. So tomorrow I will see you at noon or at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So enjoy the tutorial and happy holidays. Talk to you soon. Bye bye. And